Hi and welcome to Healthy Life Hacks. I'm Jennifer Jefferies, the present-day wise woman, a realistic naturopath coming to you from the surfing beaches of Australia. This podcast is for those who are wanting to really rock their lives and health and live from a place of prevention. Let's get into today's episode. In Chinese medicine, we say that we are born with a certain amount of qi. That's our life force, and when we run out of qi, we die. Have I got your attention? Because I really hope so. This is your reality check episode, guys. In this episode, I'm going to share with you the biggest single life change I made to my health after burning out in my 20s. This is where my health journey all started. I was in my 20s. I had no idea what qi was. I thought there was like all this hippie woo-woo kind of stuff. And I was all about working hard and playing harder. I was working in the corporate world. And eating healthy, well, that kind of sure as hell was not a focus. And I remember when it came to sleep, I used to say, when you sleep, you die. It was all about partying because I was in my 20s and I was having the best time. I was also a raging alcoholic and, well, that wasn't really good. But I'll talk about that in future episodes too. So my body was telling me that my qi was being taxed and I just wasn't listening. You know, I was doing broken sleep. When I went to bed, I generally wake up between 2 and 4 a.m. needing a pee. And I was always aching in that point on your shoulders. You know, I was like, ah, and then down in between your shoulder blades. And it was like, ah. And I was living on caffeine to keep any kind of energy up. I had super low blood pressure. I was always tired and I just didn't look healthy. I was emotionally flat. You know, that kind of emotionally flat when it's just like, no spark. I'd lost my mojo kind of flat. And I remember my mother saying to me, Jen, can't you see what you're doing? And it was like, no, I'm good, Mum. I'm good. You know, I've got the right house and I've got the right career and the right company car and all the right stuff. But in reality, I was chasing my tail. Everything was off track. And my body was telling me, but I just wasn't listening. And I was dying on the inside. Like really not good. Eventually, I hit the wall and it was a naturopath who helped me and gave me like a reboot. And I remember in 3 weeks, I felt so well. I had to know how she did it. So I left my corporate career and I went back to school and I studied to be a health practitioner and in particular to be a naturopath, specializing in how day-to-day physical and emotional, you know, kind of like life stresses sneak up on us and tax our bodies. So what is a naturopath, if you were sitting there wondering? Well, we're like an old-time general practitioner. So like a doctor back in the old days, and we study all the modalities. We really do, a really broad range, and everything from, you know, herbal medicine and iridology and kinesiology and reflexology and all the ologies. We study it all. And then we kind of specialize in something. And I really specialized in getting people out of adrenal survival mode. So out of that survival mode so they could really thrive. That was it, because that was where I was. That was it. But I realized in my training that, you know, kind of like the value of living from a place of prevention was essential. That was it. It's not about just get your body on track and then go back to the old habits. So I'm really big on showing people how to physically and emotionally stay in that place where their body's working for them instead of against them. And whether we like it or not, we're emotional beings. We have to look at that stuff too. So in this episode, we're going to jump into one of my favorite topics. So let's talk about energy. Energy is it. So what is qi? Well, qi is that invisible energy that keeps us alive. And I know you're thinking, come on, Jen, your heart keeps you alive. It's like, yeah, well, what makes your heart pump, guys? It's actually our qi. And that qi is an energy that lives in our adrenal glands. And our adrenal glands are little glands that sit on the top of our kidneys. And it's where we produce our boy and girl hormones, but also our stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. And I'm sure you've heard of cortisol. I'm going to talk about that heaps in a future episode. So the thing is, our adrenal glands recharge between 2 and 4 a.m. And now you're thinking, ooh, Jen, that's when I'm awake at night. So did you know that like 20 to 30% of Aussies, and I'm sure it's not just Aussies, I think it's just people in general, have a problem with their sleep. And it's pretty scary, but even scarier is the fact that people think, well, it's just normal. That's just the way I sleep. But I got to share with you, that's not normal and it's not cool. So let me explain. We sleep in cycles of approximately 90 minutes, and we have two types of sleep. You've probably heard of non-REM sleep and REM sleep. So non-REM sleep is divided into three stages. 1 and 2 are that kind of light sleep, and 3 is referred to as, well, slow wave sleep or deep sleep. So the first stage of non-REM sleep, this is when it's in the first kind of 5 to 7 minutes of sleep. And this is where if someone yelled out, Jen, I'd go, what? And I'd be awake. That's it, I would. Or if someone, might close a door or something and it wakes me up. I'm just falling down into sleep. That's stage 1. Stage 2 is where it takes something a bit more intense. So it might be someone like getting in my face saying, Jan, wake up, or giving me a touch, or my pussycat jumping on me in the middle of the night. Those who've got cats, I totally know that you know what I mean. So, and that section takes, is in like 10 to 25 minutes. So that's stage 2. But then stage 3 is our deep sleep. It's also known as slow wave sleep. And it's when our brain waves slow. And this is your deep sleep. You're not dreaming yet, but this is your deep sleep. But this is where someone would have to give me a real shake to really wake me up. And if we do wake up when we're in that stage, well, it's kind of like, what? Where am I? And you're kind of disorientated. So that's stage 3. And it happens in that it's like a 20 to 40 minute time frame that it happens within the whole cycle. And we're in and out of this through the night. And this is the time also where we're prepping, ready to go into our REM sleep. And our REM sleep is that rapid eye movement sleep. This is our dreaming state. And it's kind of like, this is where it's like we're paralyzed, except our eyes, kind of flutter. And we still remember to breathe. But the rest of us, it's like we're gone. We're gone. We're in deep sleep. And it's like our body, our brain is starting to defrag. Now, we sleep in these cycles, and the REM sleep is the final 1/3 of the night. And it's about 20 to 25% of your sleep time. By the way, when I think about it, it's actually quite normal to be awake for like 5% of your total sleep time. That's like, you'll stir, you'll roll over to get comfortable, and you go back to sleep easy. That's okay. You don't have to sleep right through the night. That's still classed as kind of like sleeping right through the night. Now, when it comes to sleep, as a naturopath, we look at it a bit differently. And we say that your adrenal glands need between 7 and 9 hours sleep a night to actually recharge. And the most important part is between 10 and 2 a.m. And it's kind of prepping the body for that recharging window of 2 to 4 a.m. Now, we also say as naturopaths that the first sign of adrenal tiredness is broken sleep between 2 and 4 a.m. You're sitting there thinking, whoops. It is. That's it. It's broken sleep between 2 and 4 a.m. is the first marker that we actually look for. Did you know that your body actually wakes you up for a pee to take the stress off your heart? Like, really seriously. If you wake up in the night and you need a pee, get up and pee. Never hold it, because imagine, easy way to think of it, your kidneys and your heart work together and there's a flow. And if the energy's blocked, we need to release the energy. And that's what your body's, and this is all like Chinese medicine and that thinking, but we need to get that qi flowing. And we do it by hopping up and peeing. Now, if your adrenal glands are happy, you don't go doing that broken sleep. And I'm going to talk heaps about adrenals in future episodes. It's just my favorite topic. So you might be sitting there thinking, okay, yeah, great. I wake up for a pee between 2 and 4. Yeah, right. But I'm also a night owl. I don't go to bed till midnight. And if you're thinking that, please stop it. You think, yeah, but I function best at night. Your body's not actually designed to do that. Your body's designed to be like up at sunrise, bed at sunset. That's how our rhythm is meant to be. So if you're doing that night owl, it actually is a habit. And it's a habit that we can retrain ourselves to. And I did too. So if you are a night owl, I really encourage you to start giving that a tweak, because you're actually taking time off your life. So remember I said that when you run out of chi, you die. And you may not be noticing it right now in your health impacting you, but I promise it will impact your long-term health. Also, I want to talk about these people who go and hit the snooze button. So if you're that person that you have to get up at, say, 7 a.m., and you set the alarm for 6:30 because you know, oh, I can hit the snooze button a few times and that's all good. No, that's not good. It's not good. So please stop that. Remember how I said that we sleep in 90-minute cycles. So if you fall back to sleep in that 10 minutes or 15-minute snooze, well, then for the next hour when you wake up, when you are awake, you're going to be groggy because your body's trying, you set your body up to drop back into another sleep cycle. So you're better off to just, if you need to be up at 7, set the alarm for 7. Get your proper sleep all the way through to that time. The alarm goes off, and you're up. That's the way it's meant to be, and that will work way better for your body. It's a little tweak, but that I promise is worth it. No more snooze buttons, guys. Remember I mentioned that I learned the value of living from a place of prevention? Well, imagine it's about not waiting to have broken sleep. It's about a discipline that's worth creating, and it's the biggest change I made in my health over the last 30 years. You know, I've got friends who say, yeah, Jen, you know, we know you go to bed by, I had friends over last night, we lit the fire and, you know, they left in time for 10 o'clock. So it's really important. I know the value, and 5 or 6 nights a week, I go to bed by 10 so that my body is prepped and that's it. I'm ready to drop into my recharging sleep. I wake up fresh. You know, around 5 a.m. is my normal thing. And generally what happens is I wake up, I'm off, and I'm off down to the beach for a sunrise surf. That is my favorite part of the day. And that's the way it's meant to be. Sleep, recharge, up energy, and going, and not dragging your butt out of bed and feeling like crap. So think about the fact that it's worth preparing for good sleep. So you come home from work, you're doing the kids, you know, or the pets, whatever you've got, you're cooking the dinner, you've got to do all those kind of life stuff, and then you might scroll for a while or be brainless and watch some telly for a while, whatever it is you do, and then you go into bed and you think, oh, sleep. No, think about winding down first. And I'm going to do a lot more on sleep in coming episodes because there's so much to it. But I know if I give you too much in one go, you're going to go into overwhelm and think, oh, it's too much. So I want to start you here, okay? I want to start you here with giving you some 4 simple life hacks that I promise if you integrate into your life, you're going to start moving in the right direction. So the very first healthy life hack for this episode is to create the discipline about heading to bed before 10 p.m. 5 nights a week. Now, I know you knew I was going to say that, and please try it on. Just try it on. That's all I ask. I'm not asking for 7 nights a week, but 5 nights a week. Look at creating a new discipline and see how your body responds. I promise your body will love you for it. Healthy life hack number 2 is around the fact that broken sleep is generally also a sign of low magnesium. Magnesium is the first mineral that we burn up when we stress out. So either grab a magnesium supplement and if you do grab a magnesium supplement, just make sure that you get one that's got a few of the streams of magnesium in it, not just one type. And usually the executive stressy kind of magnesium supplements will do the job for that. So get yourself a magnesium supplement. Food-wise, you're wanting to incorporate foods like, raw almonds. A handful of raw almonds a day are a really good source of magnesium. I'm a really big fan of having super dark green vegetables every day, things like your spinach, the silver beet, which in North America you guys call chard, organic blackstrap molasses. A teaspoon of that actually gives you 10% of what you need for the day in magnesium. Pumpkin seeds are a really healthy, easy snack. They've got plenty. And that's just a few of my favorites. Imagine you even incorporated one of those into your daily routine. And then healthy life hack number 3 is adaptogens. So adaptogens are a class of herbs that naturopaths prescribe. They're actually our favorite class of herbs that help your body adapt to stress. They're like an adrenal tonic, and we can't make stress go away, but we can have your adrenal glands and those stress hormones be able to adapt to what's going on. So if part of your day is taxed by the kids going mum, 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 or the driving in too much traffic, or the too many emails, or the not enough likes on Facebook, whatever is your stress, we all have different stresses. We can have your body to be able to flow between them. Adaptogens are awesome. You take them in the morning, they help give you more energy. You take them at bedtime, which is my favorite time to take them, and they help your body come down into that adrenal recharging sleep. They are priceless. You want to check them out, guys. And then healthy life hack number 4 is vetiver essential oil. Now, vetiver essential oil, well, vetiver is a plant. It's a big, tall grass that casts huge, deep roots down. And it's used a lot in areas where they need to, shore up the soil. So like areas of big erosion. It grows in Southeast Asia and it's in India, places like that. And it is the coolest smell. It smells like earth. When you put it in blends with different essential oils, like I have my Sanity Saver oil, it absolutely, it's an earthy, rich, luscious aroma that helps to still a busy mind. So I have a go fast brain, and I'm going to talk all about go fast people like myself in future episodes, but it's like my Sanity Saver blend is my constitutional blend. I am a go fast person. Even on this podcast, my brain's going, ooh, I could tell them this and this and this. That's what it's like. So if you're the person who has that busy brain in the night, you wake up between 2 and 4 and your brain's it's firing, you might want to think about checking out my Sanity Saver blend. I'll chuck a link in the show notes. So the main ingredient is vetiver, and it helps to ground that busy mind. And the place you use it is actually on the soles of your feet. Why the feet? Because it's a reflex principle that it's opposite that mind area, and it works really well. So that's worth checking out. And look, there's lots more to sleep. There really is. And a lot more to adrenal burnout. And I promise I will do follow-up episodes on those in the future. Right for now, I don't want you to go into overwhelm. So if you can incorporate 1 or 2 or all 4 of these healthy life hacks, you'll start heading in the right direction with that sleep element of burnout. That's it. I'm the realistic naturopath, and I want long-term change in your life. So my healthy life hacks each week are absolutely achievable and easy to integrate into your life. If you want to grab the show notes for this episode, head over to my website, jenniferjefferies.com/burnout sleep, and you will be able to download the show notes there. I want to thank you for being here today. If you enjoyed my podcast, please let me know by leaving a review on Apple Podcast. Every month I draw one lucky person who leaves a review on Apple Podcast to have a free 1-hour consultation with me. Be sure to subscribe to the show wherever you're tuning in from so that you always catch the next episode. If you would like to receive a free copy of my Feed Your Body ebook, simply click the link in the comments below and join my newsletter, and we will get that free ebook sent to you. I welcome your emails, and you can write to me at podcast@healthylifehacks.com.au. And until next time, remember, when it comes to life, live it, love it, and get on with it.